Hello friends, in previous lecture we were discussing about the equilibrium of a charge between the two similar type of charges, that is two charges plus q1 and plus q2, and a third charge can stay in equilibrium without experiencing any force at a distance x is given by this formula. The any magnitude and any nature of this charge can stay in equilibrium, but for the stable equilibrium its nature should be of positive type, and for unstable its nature should be negative. For the equilibrium of all the three charges, the magnitude of this charge is given by this formula. If the outer charges are of positive type, then the negative nature of this charge gives the stable equilibrium of all three charges, the equilibrium of the system. If the outer charges are of negative type, then any magnitude and any type of nature can stay in equilibrium, but there is a difference. If the outer charges are of positive type, then only positive charge can stay in equilibrium or negative unstable. But if the outer charges are of negative type, then only the negative type of charge can stay in stable equilibrium and positive in unstable equilibrium. But for the equilibrium of all three charges, the nature of this charge should be positive type and magnitude is given by this expression. यानी अगर ये दोनों चार्जेस पॉजिटिव है तो थर्ड चार्ज किसी भी नेचर का प्लस हो या माइनस वो इक्विलिब्रियम में हो सकता है और उसकी कोई भी वैल्यू हो सकती है, पर तीनों चार्जेस की इक्विलिब्रियम के लिए इस चार्ज की नेचर है वो नेगेटिव टाइप होनी चाहिए और उसका मैग्नीट्यूड हम इस फॉर्मूले से कैलकुलेट करते हैं और इस चार्ज का डिस्टेंस है वो इस एक्शन से। अगर आउटर चार्जेस नेगेटिव हो तो Q की कोई भी वैल्यू और कोई भी नेचर इक्विलिब्रियम में हो सकती है, पर अगर तीनों चार्जेस के इक्विलिब्रियम हमें चाहिए तो ये चार्ज अगर बाहर के नेगेटिव है तो ये चार्ज पॉजिटिव टाइप का होना चाहिए और चार्ज का मैग्नीट्यूड ये होना चाहिए। अगर माइनस Q1 और माइनस Q2 चार्जेस है तो उसके बीच में नेगेटिव चार्ज स्टेबल इक्विलिब्रियम में होगा और पॉजिटिव चार्ज अनस्टेबल इक्विलिब्रियम में होगा। नाउ वी विल डिस्कस the equilibrium of a charge between two unlike charges. So these are two unlike charges, minus q1 and plus q2, separated by a distance small a. Then where should be the third charge be placed so that it remains in equilibrium? So first we will discuss the position of the charge where it can stay in equilibrium. It is a straight line. First we will put this charge between the charges and we will check whether it is in equilibrium or not. So I put a charge, third charge plus q between the charges and check the forces acting on this charge applied by the other two charges. So minus q1 attracts plus q, that is it is force applied by minus q1 on plus q, it is force of attraction that is towards the charge, and force applied by q2 on plus q, plus q2 on plus q, then it repels the charge in outward direction. You can see the two forces are in the same direction, so equilibrium is not possible. If this charge is of negative type, then the direction of two forces will be inverted, that is minus q1 repels minus q in outward direction and plus q2 attracts minus q in its own direction. So again these two forces are along the same direction, so the equilibrium of third charge is not possible between the two charges. So now we will put this charge outside the charges, two charges, along the same straight line. We know that in equilibrium the third charge lies closer to the smaller charge. So first we have to describe the magnitude of the two charges. So let magnitude of the first charge, that is minus q1, is smaller than the magnitude of the second charge. For example, q2 is of plus 4e and magnitude of second charge is minus e. That is magnitude of q2 is bigger than the magnitude of minus e. So first we will check the force. So force applied by minus q1 on plus q, it is force of attraction towards the charge, and by plus q2 on plus q repulsive in outward direction. So you can see these two forces are in opposite direction. So आप देख सकते हैं दोनों फोर्सेस अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में है, तो यहाँ पे चार्ज का इक्विलिब्रियम हो सकता है. अब दूसरी साइड में चेक करते हैं. पुट दिस चार्ज along the same straight line closer to the Q2, but in this situation the force applied by this charge will be always greater than the force applied by the first charge, because the magnitude of Q2 is larger than Q1 and distance between Q2 and Q is smaller. So the force exerted by Q2 will be always greater than the force exerted by Q1. So in this situation, this charge cannot stay in equilibrium. That is, the charge remains in equilibrium always closer to the smaller charge, and smaller charge is Q1 as we prescribed here. Now find the position of equilibrium. That is, at what distance from Q1 the charge plus Q remains in equilibrium. So the condition for equilibrium is the two forces should be in opposite direction, जो कि आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे है, but magnitude of two forces should be equal. That is, the magnitude of force F1 applied by Q1, which is K Q1 upon, let this distance is x and it is x square, and force applied by the second charge is equal to K Q2 divided by the square of distance, and distance between two charges is small e, then total distance between Q2 and Q is A plus x. And for equilibrium of Q, for equilibrium of plus Q only, F1 is equal to F2, that is K Q Q1 upon x square is equal to K Q Q2 upon A plus x whole square. Now cancel the common terms K Q K Q, and after solving root Q1 upon x is equal to root Q2 by A plus x whole square. Square. After solving the value of x will be root Q2 by Q1 minus 1. तो आप इसमें देखिए कि जब दोनों चार्जेस सिमिलर थे, दोनों पॉजिटिव या दोनों नेगेटिव, उस सिचुएशन में इक्विलिब्रियम डिस्टेंस में यहाँ साइन पॉजिटिव था, पर अगर चार्जेस अनलाइक होंगे, अपोजिट नेचर के होंगे, तो यहाँ पे इसमें साइन नेगेटिव आएगा. इट इज द डिस्टेंस एट विच दिस चार्ज प्लस क्यू रिमेन्स इन इक्विलिब्रियम under the influence of these two forces. Now find the magnitude of third charge so that the other two charges also remains in equilibrium. So first of all, find the directions of forces on the other two charges, that is force applied by plus Q on minus Q1, and it is of attraction nature, and force applied by Q2 on Q1, and it is denoted by F12. For the equilibrium of this charge, these two forces should be in opposite direction and magnitude wise equal. That is, magnitude of F1, that is force between plus Q and minus Q1, and it is K Q1 into Q upon x square equal to K Q1 Q2 upon square of distance, which is small a. Cancel the common term, Q upon x square is equal to Q2 upon a square. Find out the value of Q. So Q equal to Q2 upon a square into x square, and put the value of x from this formula. After solving, it becomes under root of Q2 by Q1 minus 1 and whole square. It is the magnitude of third charge for which the other two charges remains in equilibrium. Nature of the third charge. तो आप ये देखिए इसमें कि अगर बिगर चार्ज पॉजिटिव होगा तो थर्ड चार्ज की नेचर भी पॉजिटिव होगी तो ही इक्विलिब्रियम में आएगा वो. तो आप देखेंगे यहाँ पे कि अगर ये चार्ज मैं नेगेटिव लूं तो ये नेगेटिव इस नेगेटिव को रिपेल करेगा आउटवर्ड डायरेक्शन में, और ये चार्ज पॉजिटिव से नेगेटिव अट्रैक्ट करेगा, दोनों फोर्सेस सेम डायरेक्शन में होंगे। यानी इस चार्ज का मैग्नीट्यूड ये होना चाहिए और इस चार्ज की जो नेचर है वही होगी जो बिगर चार्ज की होगी, पर ये चार्ज स्मॉलर चार्ज के क्लोज होगा। आप ये देख रहे हैं कि मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ पॉजिटिव चार्ज इज लार्जर देन द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ नेगेटिव चार्ज, सो द पॉइंट ऑफ equilibrium lies closer to the smaller charge, that is the negative charge, but magnitude of the third charge will be same as that of the bigger charge, that is positive। तो आप देखें ये पॉजिटिव है तो इस चार्ज की नेचर पॉजिटिव होगी, तो ये दोनों चार्जेस इक्विलिब्रियम में होंगे और इस चार्ज का मैग्नीट्यूड ये होगा। इसी टाइप से आप इसमें डिस्कस कर सकते हैं कि अगर नेगेटिव चार्ज का मैग्नीट्यूड ज्यादा हो तो उस सिचुएशन में कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे। दैट इज, change this condition, the magnitude of negative charge is bigger than the magnitude of positive charge। यानी जैसे ये चार्ज मैं लेता हूं -4e और ये चार्ज +e है। We know that the point of equilibrium lies closer to the smaller charge। इस सिचुएशन में ये चार्ज स्मॉलर चार्ज के क्लोज होगा, तो आप इस चार्ज को यहां रखेंगे, ये चार्ज आपको यहां रखना पड़ेगा। पर आप यहां देखिए, इसमें इस सिचुएशन में इस चार्ज का मैग्नीट्यूड तो यही होगा, पर इस चार्ज की नेचर आपको नेगेटिव लेनी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि अगर मैं पॉजिटिव लूंगा तो ये पॉजिटिव इस पॉजिटिव को रिपेल करेगा और ये नेगेटिव इस पॉजिटिव को अट्रैक्ट करेगा, तो दोनों फोर्सेस सेम डायरेक्शन में होंगे, तो ये इक्विलिब्रियम में नहीं हो सकता। तो इस सिचुएशन में अगर चार्ज नेगेटिव का मैग्नीट्यूड ज्यादा है, पॉजिटिव का मैग्नीट्यूड कम है, तो थर्ड चार्ज स्मॉलर चार्ज के क्लोज होगा और स्मॉलर चार्ज पॉजिटिव है, पर इस चार्ज की नेचर है वो अब नेगेटिव होगी। तो यहाँ पे इस सिचुएशन में ये डिस्टेंस आप यहां से अगर कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो डिस्टेंस आप इस फॉर्मूले को थोड़ा चेंज करके a/q1/q2-1 से कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं। थर्ड चार्ज का मैग्नीट्यूड यही होगा, पर यहाँ पे इसकी नेचर है वो नेगेटिव होगी। अब आप ब्रीफ में देख लें कि इफ magnitude of negative charge is smaller than the magnitude of positive charge, then the third charge lies closer to the smaller charge, and smaller charge is negative charge, and the distance of third charge from this smaller charge will be given by this formula root q2/q1 minus 1, and for the equilibrium of entire system of all three charges, the magnitude of this charge given by q2 upon root q2/q1 minus 1 then whole square. It is the magnitude of the third charge, but nature wise, if positive charge is larger than, the nature of third charge should be positive and lies closer to smaller negative charge. If the magnitude of negative charge is bigger than the magnitude of positive charge, minus q1 is greater than plus q2। तो इक्विलिब्रियम पॉइंट तो छोटे चार्ज के क्लोज होता है, तब यहां कौन सा चार्ज छोटा हो गया, q2। तो इन दिस सिचुएशन this charge lies closer to the smaller charge plus q2, and this distance is given by a/root q1/q2 minus 1। आप इस फॉर्मूले से कैलकुलेट करेंगे, एंड मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ दिस चार्ज फॉर द इक्विलिब्रियम ऑफ ऑल थ्री चार्जेस इज गिवन बाय द सेम फॉर्मूला q2 divided by q2/q1 minus 1 whole square, but nature of this charge will be same as that of the bigger charge। तो आप देखिए यहाँ पे इस सिचुएशन में नेगेटिव चार्ज ज्यादा है तो इस चार्ज की नेचर भी नेगेटिव होगी, और इस सिचुएशन में पॉजिटिव चार्ज ज्यादा है तो यहाँ पे इस चार्ज की नेचर भी पॉजिटिव होगी। तो इट इज द इक्विलिब्रियम ऑफ थ्री चार्जेस। अनदर प्रॉब्लम, these three charges are placed on the equilateral triangle of side small a, then we have already calculated the each charge experiences a force F given by this formula, and these three charges are not in equilibrium. So what should be the value and magnitude of a charge placed at the center of this triangle so that the entire system remains in equilibrium? So this F is applied by these two charges, resultant of this force F is applied by the resultant of these two forces, and these two forces applied by the other two charges of the triangle. There is F1 is applied by this charge at A, and F2 is applied by the another charge placed at C. So these are forces, and resultant of these forces is F, and this force is in outward direction, and each charge out of three experiences this force. So this system is not stable. So in order to stabilize the system, we put another charge of magnitude Q at the center. So if this charge exerts a force equal to this force and opposite to this force, then this charge will be in equilibrium. That is, this charge exerts a force F dash, which is opposite to F, and if this force is equal to F, then this charge will be in equilibrium. So find out the magnitude of this force, and this force should be equal to the force resultant of two forces F. F dash means force between Q and Q. That is F dash equal to K Q upon square of distance. Let this distance is small r, then r square. And for equilateral triangle, the distance from one corner to the centroid is equal to the 1 by root 3 of the side of the triangle. So this force becomes 3K Q small q upon r square. If the resultant of F and F dash is equal to 0, F and F dash is equal to 0, that is, resultant force now becomes 0 on this charge, and this charge will be in equilibrium. F equal to root 3 K Q square upon A square equal to minus 3 K capital Q small q upon A square. This distance is A square. Cancel the common terms. It is root 3 Q equal to minus 3 Q. There is capital Q equal to root 3 Q by 3 with a negative sign. That is, magnitude of third charge should be Q by root 3, that is 1 by root 3 of either charge, and its nature should be negative. यानी अगर आप इसके सेंटर पे नेगेटिव चार्ज जिसका मैग्नीट्यूड Q by root 3 रख दें, तो ये ट्राइंगल के तीनों चार्जेस इक्विलिब्रियम में आ जाएंगे. It is equilibrium of three charges which are not along a straight line can be in equilibrium. Next problem. There are four equal point charges, each of plus q, are placed on the four corners of a square of side small a. Find out the force on each charge applied by the other three charges, and also find the nature and magnitude of a charge placed at the center of the square so that the all 5 charges remains in equilibrium. So first we calculate the force on each charge applied by the other three charges. Now find the force acting on this charge applied by the other three charges. So first of all, force applied by A. It is Fa, and it is repulsive in nature because these two charges are of the same nature, and this force acts along the line joining. So magnitude of this force will be K Q into Q upon square of distance Fa, or Fa equal to K Q square by A square. Now find the force applied by C on charge B along the line joining in outward direction, and it is Fc, and magnitude of Fc will be also equal to K Q upon A square, that is KQ square upon A square. Now find the resultant of these two forces. According to the law of vector addition, this force will be along the line joining. Let this force, resultant force is F dash, and magnitude of two forces will be equal to Fa square Fc square 2Fa Fc cos, and theta means angle between Fa and Fc. That is, Fa and Fc are acting at an angle of 90 degree because this angle is of 90 degree. So Fc is equal to Fa from first and second, magnitude wise equal, and cos 90 is equal to 0. So this force becomes under root of Fa square plus Fc means Fa, and third term becomes 0 due to cos 90. There is new force, resultant force will be root 2 of Fa, and Fa means kq square by a square. It is the resultant of two forces Fa and Fc. Now find the force of third charge placed at D, and this force acts along the line joining, and this distance will be root 2a, that is diagonal of a square. First you see, this force is resultant of Fa and Fc, and this total angle is 90 degree. Since these are two equal forces, therefore the resultant force will be at 45 degree. So this angle is 45 degree, and the diagonal of a square is also makes an angle of 45 degree with its one side. That is, the force applied by this charge on this charge will be repulsive in outward direction, that is along the direction of F dash, and it is force Fd. There is force between charge B and charge D, that is Fd is equal to K Q into Q upon square of distance, but distance for these two charges is root 2a, that is root 2a, and it is kq square upon 2a square. Now find the resultant of these two forces. F dash is resultant of Fa and Fc, and third force is also in the direction of the resultant of previous two forces. So resultant force on this charge plus Q will be the sum of force applied by D and the sum of resultant of other two forces, that is Fd and F dash. Now the three forces are along the same direction, so resultant force on this charge Q will be F dash plus Fd, क्योंकि ये दोनों force same direction में, तो resultant force F becomes F dash means root 2 kq square upon a square, and plus Fd means kq square upon 2a. It is the magnitude of the force acting on each charge of the square. So this charge is not in equilibrium. Now put a fifth charge at the center of the square so that the all four charges remains in equilibrium, and the bisection of its diagonal will be center, and it is fifth charge. If this fifth charge exerts a force exactly equal to the resultant of three forces and opposite to the resultant of three forces, so let this force is F double dash, that is F double dash is applied by Q on plus Q. If this force is opposite to the resultant of rest three forces, then this charge will be in equilibrium. So F dash is equal to F double dash is equal to K Q capital Q upon square of distance between these two charges, and this distance is always equal to 1 by root 2 of A, that is distance R, and it is half of the diagonal. So length of diagonal is root 2A, and half of root 2A means A by root 2, that is square of A by root 2. So F double dash becomes 2 KQQ upon A square. It is force applied by fifth charge. If this force is exactly equal to the resultant of rest three forces, then this charge will be in equilibrium. So find out the magnitude and nature of the charge so that the whole system remains in equilibrium. For this, F plus F double dash is equal to 0. That is resultant of three charges and force applied by the fifth charge on the fourth charge of the square, and F equal to minus F double dash. So F equal to root 2 plus 1 by 2, and KQ square upon A square is common, and minus F double dash, and it is 2 K capital small q upon A square. Cancel the common terms, So it becomes root 2 plus 1 by 2 q equal to minus 2q. That is, the magnitude of fifth charge will be minus q by 2 into root 2 plus 1 by 2, or 1 by root 2 plus 1 by 4. Root 2 by 2 means 1 by root 2 and 2 into 4. It is the magnitude of fifth charge for which the whole system remains in equilibrium. It is the equilibrium of 4 charges which are not along a straight line. Last problem. Identical charges each of 4 microcoulomb are placed at x equal to 1 meter, x equal to 2 meter, 4 meter, 8 meter, dash dash up to infinity. Then find the force on a charge 1 nanocoulomb placed at the origin. So it is another problem of principle of superposition. There are a lot of charges along a straight line and exerting force on a single charge q naught 1 nanocoulomb, and these charges are identical magnitude wise for microcoulomb each. To find out force on this charge q naught, so all the charges are of same nature, that is positive, so exerts force in outward direction. So force applied by this charge placed at 1 meter, and it is the most closer charge to q naught, so it exerts maximum force, and it is F1. That is, F1 is equal to k q naught upon square of distance, and distance between two charges is 1 meter. Now force applied by this charge at 2 meter, which is at a large distance from q naught, so it will exert a force F2 which will be less than the first force F1. So it is force F2, and F2 is equal to, the F2 means between q and q naught at 2 meter, that is k q naught square of distance. Similarly, force applied by this charge at 4 meter, then it will be k q naught upon square of 4, and so on. Since these forces are along the same straight line, then resultant force on this charge will be F1 plus F2 plus F4 dash dash, and putting the values k q naught common, 1 upon 1 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16 dash dash up to infinity. It is geometric progression of infinite terms, so its sum will be first term divided by 1 minus common ratio. So k q naught first term is 1 upon 1 minus common ratio is 1 by 4. 1 into 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4 into again 1 by 4, 1 by 16. So it is 1 by 4. So k q naught 1 upon 3 by 4, and so resultant force F will be 4 by 3 of k q in, and putting the values 9 10 raised to 9. Q means 4 microcoulomb, and q naught means 1 nanocoulomb, and nano means 10 raised to minus 9. So 1 into 10 raised to minus 9. After solving, it becomes 48 into minus 9 plus 9 cancel, 10 raised to minus 6, or it can be written as 4.8 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 5 Newton. It is the resultant force acting on this charge applied by the infinite charges along a same straight line. So these are the conceptual problems, additional problems based on the principle of superposition. Thank you.